Hello everyone, my name is Emir Tevfik and I'm a molecular biology and genetics student at Bilkent University. This is Physics Class 101. My experiment is based on freefall and determining the variables that affect it. Before the experiment, I want to explain the equation which my experiment depends on and my two main assumptions which I will demonstrate in my experiment. This is the formula which gives the displacement of an object with a constant acceleration. If you rearrange the formula by assuming that initial velocity, which is v0, and initial location, which is x0, you have x equals to 1 over 2 at square. In free fall, you can replace displacement, which is x, with height, which is h, and acceleration with gravitational acceleration, g. After that, you get the formula h equals to 1 over 2 gt square. And my two main assumptions were, 1, mass does not affect the time of flight, and 2, height affects the time of flight. For the experiment, I have used a 30 centimeter long ruler for different platforms with different heights and for different objects with 4 different masses. And of course, a chronometer to track time of flight. I start with throwing my objects from the platform, which is 92.4 centimeter high from the ground. Observation are like this. Then I calculate the expected time of flight of each one and assume that every one of them should be equal, since mass does not affect the time of flight. Even though some unignorable errors occur, I still concluded that my expectations matched with my observations and mass did not affect the time of flight. Then I have conducted the second part of my experiment, which was demonstrating the relationship between time of flight and height. Observations are like this. I have gathered my data by throwing the same object from different heights and assumed that time of flight will increase as height increases according to the equation in the second step. It did, and I concluded that height and time of flight are related to each other. It can be seen that expected and observed time of flight are very close in second step. However, there is a major difference between observed and expected time of flight in the first step. After the experiment and calculations, I questioned the reason of the error, and I understand that it occurred because I ignored the air resistance during my experiments.